Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. This morning we are watching and reacting to Al-Nassr FC versus Inter Miami CF. It is not the battle of the GOATs that we thought it would be. Cristiano Ronaldo was out. We knew that yesterday. And they pulled Messi for injury concerns. At least that's what they said earlier today. I'm surprised that this preseason didn't blow up in their face. It did blow up in their face, but who would have thought? But with that being said, we still got a game to play, which I don't know if the views will be there. Thank you, Cristiano and Messi, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll still think Cristiano and Messi are playing. We'll see if we get the views. But with that being said, starting 11s are as follows for Al-Nassr: David Ospina, the back four: Alex Telles, Aymeric Laporte, Abdullah Al-Amri, Nawaf Al-Bushel, Abdulmajid Al-Sulaim, Marcelo Brozovic, Abdulaziz Al-Aliwa, Otavio, Anderson Talisca, Mohamed Moran. For Inter Miami in goal, we got Drake Callender. The back five: Julian Gressel, Thomas Aviles, Sergei Kritsov, Noah Allen, Jordi Alba. The midfield three: David Ruiz, Sergio Busquets, Gregory, Luis Suarez, and Leo Campana up top for Miami. Messi's on the bench seems like a tweak. I would hope so. But again, I'm surprised this preseason didn't. I'm surprised. Oh, he's on the bench. Oh. What are you saying on the bench? Starting 11: Ospina, Telles, Laporte, Al-Amri, Bushal, Otavio, Brozovic, Al-Sulaim, Al-Aliwa, Moran, Talisca. No Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Of course. We need Inter to win. They probably won't, considering Messi isn't even playing, or at least he's not playing 90 minutes. Let's see what they say on MLS. Messi is on the bench. Okay. We'll see what that means. Drake Callender, the back five: Jordi Alba, Noah Allen, Sergei Kritsov, Thomas Aviles, Julian Gressel, Gregory, Sergio Busquets, David Ruiz, Luis Suarez, Leo Campana to start the game. And Messi is on the bench. Whether that means he'll show up, I don't know. But color me shocked that the preseason he almost got hurt in the preseason with all this BS. Color me shocked. Color me shocked, why don't you? Miami. Then they'll have to travel to Hong Kong after this for the Hong Kong game, which will be live for. To Tokyo for Vissel Kobe, which is probably their least longest trip left. And then from Tokyo to Miami. And then they'll play Newell's Old Boys. And then they'll start the season against RSL in Miami the next week, which will be live for that as well. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. We have our starting 11s. We have the teams walked out. They lined up. They walked out. And we're ready to go. Well, close to ready to go. Show the 11s. Why haven't they put Freire in? I guess he doesn't have his passport. He doesn't have his residency in the U.S. And he doesn't have a passport visa. So Sadio Mane isn't even playing. Good thing I picked Brozovic then for the thumbnail, because I wasn't going to put Cristiano Ronaldo on there. Putting Cristiano Ronaldo on there would have been a lie. So I put Brozovic on there. And we didn't know Messi would even, well, at least be out 45 minutes, if not close to 90, until today. So Gregory's the captain of this game for Miami. Talisca is the captain for Al-Nassr. considering Cristiano and Messi ain't playing for now. Well, Cristiano won't play at all. Messi might play a little bit. I feel like he will. Just a hunch. They're probably going to be like, we want him to at least play 20 minutes. You know why you're here, and it ain't because of the rest of these guys. I'd laugh if they won without Messi, though. Haven't won since beating Toronto, and if they win without Messi, that's going to be hilarious. They're back at the Kingdom Arena, by the way, for Riyadh Season Cup. I still like that stadium, though. I really do. I really do like Kingdom Arena. Teams are about to kick off. Al-Nassr wearing their yellow. Miami wearing their pink. Messi is on the bench in kit, so that's good news. It's not like he's in there with training pants and all that. And they gave him a penny, so he could come on. I show speed. I still think he doesn't even know Cristiano Ronaldo's not playing. Well, we know that for like 3 days, and that was like a possibility for like 2 weeks, and we're off. Now, Messi being out, at least for 45 minutes, that's the if they win without Messi, we'll never win the end, never hear the end of it from the haters. Well, that's a good thing for Miami, though, considering they lost all those games without Messi. It would be funny that their preseason game was the first one they won without him, if they were to win this one. 30 seconds in. Be funny. Hell, even I'd have to laugh. I really don't want to, but oh, come on. Playing forward. Lol. But Messi can play. He may play. They wouldn't put him in a penny if he wasn't. Cristiano isn't. Maybe they'll keep it close enough and Messi does something special. I don't know. But this is kind of fun. It's not funny, but it's kind of like I'm not surprised this preseason didn't go off without a hitch. Who would have thought it would have? Maybe going on a world tour with a 36-year-old guy and a 40-some-year-old guy and a guy who has no knees is a bad idea because of them, too. Maybe it's a bad idea. Oh, but we're going to get Taylor Swift-esque shots of Cristiano Ronaldo, aren't we? Got to get your money somehow. Got to get your eyes somehow now, don't you? 2 a.m. Hong Kong, Miami. Well, damn, I was thinking Eastern time there as well. Headed away. Luckily, it's, 2 a.m. That ain't bad. 2 minutes in, 0-0, 0-0. So it's on the February 4th. We got 2 a.m. for Hong Kong, Miami, but we'll be live for it. And I'll fall asleep after. I thought 3, but at least it's a Sunday. Well, it is what it is. We got AFCON at 5:30, or not AFCON, Asian Cup 5:30 on the 3rd. Otavio, oh, that's a good play. Good cross, Otavio. But hey, is that the first good thing Noah Allen ever did? Hold on, was that Noah Allen? Or was that David Ruiz? Either way. Oh, here's Al-Nassr. Here's a chance. Plays it back. Cleared. Here's a chance. Ruiz. Shot. Goal. 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 Otavio. Otavio scores for Al-Nassr. 3 minutes in. Another early goal against Miami. Otavio. What a shot, though. This is embarrassing. Well, what did you think was going to happen without Messi? 3-0. Or not 3-0. It was 3rd minute. first goal. 1-0, 1-0, Otavio. Otavio takes the shot. That one ain't on calendar. That was just a good shot. They didn't close him down. He puts it to the far side of the net. And here comes the clip of Cristiano celebrating like he's Taylor Swift. And Al-Nassr has the early lead. 1-0. So much for keeping it close till Messi got in. What the hell are they doing? Cross in. Shot. And it's scuffed by Ruiz. Oh, Lord. So much for keeping it close. I don't think they will. At this point, I don't think they will. I think this one's over. Like, what? It could be 1-1 before Messi comes in. Then it's 2-1 at the end. Wow. No, it's not going to happen. If you think that's going to happen, I got a bridge to sell you. Oh, and I also have oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. Oh, my God. They let Otavio's. $1-0. Otavio. Solo goal, too, by Otavio. From Portugal, of course. Who did he play for before? Porto. Yeah, he played for Porto. They got him from Porto, yeah. Huh. Miami's got problems. If they can't beat Hong Kong, they're truly screwed. Truly screwed. Playing forward. Ruiz. But that'll be a save by Ospina. The former Arsenal keeper, David Ospina. If you remember correctly. Fritzov just stood there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'd like to say I was surprised, but I'm not. I like to say I was surprised, but I'm not. 1-0, 6th minute. Oof. Plays back to Ospina. David Ospina takes it forward. Seventh minute. 1-0 Al-Nassr. Playing forward. Good defensive play by Miami. Can they get anything out of it? That's the question. Who's to say? 8 minutes in. I don't know. If I'm Miami, I'm pushing the panic button now. And if not now, it's against Hong Kong that if they can't win by like 3, I'm pushing the panic button. I am legitimately pushing the panic button if I'm a Miami fan right now. If not, waiting till the Hong Kong game is over. If you want to be fair, I'm pushing the panic button. I don't know about you, but I'm pushing the panic button. If I was a Miami fan. Panic button time. 8 minutes in. I mean, Al-Nassr is just holding on to the ball. Straight up. Like, is that a drone or is there something on the pitch? Huh. But Al-Nassr is just holding the possession here. Told you Al-Hilal rotated more and that was the easier chance. I can't wait to see what they have to say about this on Football Americas tonight. I really can't. Plays forward. Talisca shot. That'll be a corner for Al-Nassr. Talisca takes the shot, puts it wide. What you like to bet that Cristiano fans are still going to take this as a win for him, even though he didn't play at all? What y'all think? Cross in. And Drake Calendar almost blows it again, but at least luckily that time that went past the post. Yeah, Drake Calendar's also, I don't know what the hell happened to him in the offseason, but yeah, I don't like what he's doing either. Yeah, this Miami team is in trouble, and that's a bad giveaway. That was what led to the... And Talisca scores. It's 2-0. Goal. Talisca. Anderson Talisca scores off a bad giveaway. And Inter Miami are 2-0 down. Lord have mercy. I'm punching the panic button. Screw pushing it. I'm punching it. I'm punching it. What the hell? So the bare minimum is Miami is crap without Messi, and we really don't know with him. Yeah. Punch the panic button. It's Lord have mercy. Brozovic plays it in, back heel by Otavio, cross in, and we got Talisca rolling it in, and Calendar can't make the save. Good play by Talisca. Panic button time. Jesus H. Christ. And that'll be 2-0 Al-Nassr. Oh. I don't know if Miami's coming back from this one, boys. They may have nearly came back from the Al-Hilal one. They ain't coming back from this one. Not enough time with Messi. This is going to get worse before it gets better. If I'm Tata Martino, if this gets even worse, I'm not even putting him on. If he's really on the bench for injury concerns and not just, oh, we can't let him steal the show from Cristiano, sit him for 45 minutes. Well, if he's really has an injury concern, don't put him on. Is Tata's job in jeopardy? I mean, if he was here for Messi, I don't care that he's here for Messi. Free kick for Al-Nassr. His job should be very much looked over with a fine-tooth comb, because a lot of his decisions have led to these bad results. I know it's preseason, but they should have did better against El Salvador. They should have beaten Dallas. And there's a 3-0 goal. There's a chip. 3-0 Al-Nassr. There's a chip. A chip by Aymeric Laporte. Aymeric Laporte scores a 3-0 chip. They check keeper, and that's a Drake Calendar mess up. It's 3-0, and it's just getting worse for Miami. Aymeric Laporte scores a chip. He catches Calendar way off his line, and he just says, screw it, I'm going to bang this one in. And he chips it in. This is pathetic. They're down 3-0, 13 minutes in to the match, and Aymeric Laporte chips Drake Calendar. Now, that one's on Drake Calendar. So you're telling me 13th minute, we're going to go with it. 3-0. Aymeric Laporte, 13th minute. So many mistakes. It's getting worse and worse. And here's about to be 4. Oh, hey, good. There's a block. And, oh, Drake Calendar almost let that roll into the net. Hey, I wasn't far off. My God, what a melange. This is a freaking joke. I don't know which one's the worst. The Otavio goal where they didn't close him down. I'd say the least bad goal for them to let go, or let in was the Talisca goal. That seemed normal. The Otavio goal, they didn't even close him down. And then Aymeric Laporte says, I'm just going to chip this over your head. You're way too far off. Yeah, thank God I was watching the preseason. Yeah, Miami ain't winning the Champions Cup. Infantino is going to have to face the prospect of the 2025 Club World Cup not having Miami in it, unless they give them the host slot for no reason. Or they win MLS Cup, but that ain't happening either. Unless they wake up and say, it's time for the real games. Thank God they have like 2 MLS games or 2 or 3 MLS games before their round of 16 tie. That helps. Hey, the more time they have to gel, that helps, right? It might. But 15th minute. But yeah, right now I think Columbus Crew are the favorites. Columbus Crew and America now. It'd be awesome if Forge upset Chivas and America. I don't think that'll happen, but hey, I just hope they make it to America, really. I mean, Chivas are playing well under Gago. Chivas, I mean, they have an outside shot. They have a better shot than Miami at this point. 3-0 to Al-Nassr. Lord have mercy. Now, America fans will get extra cocky with these bad results. I mean, what America fan was saying Miami's name? They're not even on the same side of the bracket. Columbus Crew, Monterrey, and America. Yep, Monterrey's in there because they have a freaking horseshoe up their ass during Champions League and Champions Cup. So you have a point. Monterrey should be in there just because they have a horseshoe up their ass. You got a point. Miami fans miss Kamal Miller more than they realize now. I think most of them knew. I mean, I damn well knew that was stupid. But we'd rather have free air from Pumas, or formerly a Pumas. You know he made a Champions League final, right? But Kamal Miller is better. And this is why I think the Portland Timbers are going to be the Houston Dynamo of 2024. No. I mean, they have an outside shot, but no. I mean, it can happen, but no. I mean, they still got Saboldi as manager, you really think. Miami are just tired, too much traveling. So we're going to use that excuse. One, this is preseason. They should be building their minutes. Second of all, too much traveling. So what? So when Arsenal... okay, I don't know who you support in the Premier League or European football, but if your European team does well in preseason, they come over to America and they play in like 5 cities, I better not see you say, we're going to win the league. We're playing the best of all preseason teams. If you're going to use that, cope. I mean, preseason doesn't mean anything like that, but still, I mean, it's not just because they're tired and jet lagged, okay? And you could say maybe the non-Messi and friends players can't handle it as well. They're not used to this. Well, boo-hoo. You made them all go on a barnstorming tour. But I don't think it's traveling. I think it's cope. It's also, it's just preseason. That cope's starting to happen too. No, you need to press the panic button. Stop coping. This team is crap. They've been figured out. This team is crap. Like you could say, but the Saudi leagues have way more value players. Fair. But what about the El Salvador result? What about the Dallas result? Oh, and the fact it's just gotten worse. What about that? It's not like they won those 2 games and they lost these 2 and it was like, okay, fair. No, all the performances have gotten worse. The more Messi's played, the performance has gotten the worst. So either they're using him as a crutch, cross in, blocked away. So either they're using him as a crutch or, hear me out here, this team just sucks besides Messi and friends. And Suarez's knee finally gave out. And Jordi Alba, I mean, he's the youngest of the rest of them. I don't know why the hell he's so bad. And Sergio Busquets, well, his snail's pace caught up to him. Honestly, yes. Especially if they had Peter Musa. Honestly, you know what? I like that call. Hell, Toronto would have done better at this point. At least we didn't have the expectations. Miami needs depth. They're not going to have the depth to compete with the regular season and the tournaments. Exactly, but that's what happens when you get rid of one of your best players that isn't named Lionel Andres Messi, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, and bringing in Luis Suarez. Because it's about making Messi happy. How about build a team that actually can win? How about that? So, I don't know. Miami had 3 months off. You can't be tired. You know what? I know Miami's going to do better than this, but you know what? Toronto might just make the playoff. I have to believe it I'll believe it when I see it. But Miami is going to be like Toronto last year. I have a feeling. I hate to tell you, but I have a feeling. Toronto, you know how Toronto had all that hype and they absolutely fell apart like a freaking Jenga shack? Yeah, that's Miami this year. That's Miami. I'm going to... And that could still be, they're in the playoffs and they still freaking fell apart like a Jenga shack. But you know, at this point, I might just go bold. I might just go bold. Like, I haven't seen it. Like, good for me, my predictions come out after the rest of the preseason games. But even then, I need to see something that makes me feel like I think they'll barely even make the postseason, to be honest. Yeah, I would agree with that. I say Columbus is a favorite. They haven't made smart choices. I agree. Pretty much, yeah. Because, I mean, they'd probably rather be in the Club World Cup than win MLS Cup, but they can still make the Club World Cup if they win the Champions Cup. Nashville might just tear this Miami team apart in the Champions Cup. They might. I don't think so. Miami, Messi scored. They down 3-0. They're down 3-0. Messi's not even playing till the second half, even if he does play. But at this point, with how much down they are, I don't even know if he'll play. Like, why waste him? If he was really out for an injury concern, why waste him if they're down 3-0? He may not even play. I wouldn't play him unless they said, we're going to make you pay if he doesn't play. And, you know, we have the already how, no Cristiano. First goal was scored by Otavio. They didn't close him down. They didn't shut him down. He had a shot. He put it to the far side of the net. Anderson Talisca got the final of a series of crosses and passes, and he put it into the near side of the net. And then Aymeric Laporte on a free kick chipped it over Drake Callender from past halfway. That's what happened. Playing forward. And I'll be blocked away. So basically, Miami is horrible defensively. Yeah, that's what happens when you get rid of Kamal Miller. See how much better Freire is. He won't be. What happened to Kamal Miller? They traded him to Portland. He'd been traded to Portland. What a joke this is. Lord have mercy in heaven. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. This game is just hell. Hell, the all game was actually fun. This one, I'm not so sure. playing forward. Now people are going to start blaming Tata Martino. They should. At least they should be questioning him. 24th minute. His next game in Hong Kong, and what is Hong Kong 11? It's supposed to be Hong Kong's national team or micro-state team or whatever. I don't think FIFA considers Hong Kong a country. So it's Hong Kong's 11. It's like if Cascadia played. It's like those micro-state national teams like Catalonia and Cascadia. Cascadia has a micro team. Catalonia does, obviously, but Hong Kong. Let me look into this, but so if Miami can't win that, I'm definitely punching the panic button. My hand's hovering over it ever so slightly. They don't beat Hong Kong by like 3. I'm going to freaking hammer that button. Hong Kong League XI. Not the Basque. I mean, Basque Country as well, but I was thinking Cascadia first. The Hong Kong League 11, also known as the Hong Kong 11, is a football team which represents the Hong Kong First Division in exhibition matches during the Lunar New Year Cup. So yeah, it's pretty much a micro team, just like Catalonia, Basque, Cascadia, pretty much. Yeah, so if Miami doesn't win this game, well, they're in trouble. Lol. I don't know if this is a hard take, but I don't see that Miami going to the MLS Cup next season. Everything we've seen, I agree with you. Like, seriously, 3 goals in 12 minutes. Like, you're not wrong. Like, Miami, the way they're playing, no, they're not going to go to MLS Cup. They're probably not even going to go to the Champions Cup final or the Leagues Cup final. And trust me when I say, like, Open Cup might just be their best thing. Shot saved by calendar. Imagine if this is Leverkusen. That would be bad. No. You can't. No. You can't change the expectations halfway through. No. People were like, oh, even though Miami finished second to last in the East and just above Toronto, that was only because Messi didn't play a full season. They're going to be better now that he's here. They're going to dominate the league now that he's here. No, you can't change the expectations. No. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You knew damn well what the expectations were going into this for Miami. They would be the power of the league now that Messi was here full time. The reason they sucked was because he was hurt and he wasn't here for half the year. And that I don't know if that was the cope, but that's what people were saying. Now you're revisionizing the history of, oh, they finished second to last in the East and they're playing one of the best teams in Saudi Arabia. This was expected. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, yeah, they are closer to the team who finished second to last because Messi's not playing this game until the 45th minute at the very least. But still, we didn't know that until really early today. So Columbus Crew should be the betting favorites at first with Wilfred Nancy. I think Nancy might win a second MLS Cup. Yeah, I would agree. Probably. I mean, at this point, who else? October 5th, Messi's not doing anything to TFC. Well, I think October 5th, he's on international duty anyway, so he won't even be there anyway. Oh, by the way, but they're really trying to sell tickets to that game like a mofo, though, you know, even though he won't be there. But don't tell anybody that. You can't change it. Exactly. Yeah, I saw. Chelsea sucks. I'm not surprised. Did we really think they had a chance against Liverpool? Like, seriously, why are we pissed off? Like, did we really think we had a chance against Liverpool? Shot saved by Ospina. Yeah, exactly. Funnily enough, Phil Neville actually looks like he's going to make Portland look good. Ospina's down hurt. 30th minute. Phil Neville actually looks like he's going to make Miami look really, not Miami, Portland look really good. So, maybe Phil Neville wasn't the problem. Maybe it's just the roster build. And besides, it was like easy to fire him because I'm sure Messi wanted Tata anyway. So, pretty much got railroaded anyway. It was like, hey, you know what? Guess what? You suck anyway. Might as well fire you for Tata. Luckily enough, he chose to take this clown show. Miami, you are a joke. Defense getting ran and we come out slow. Usual. Freire, please come in and save our back line. I don't know if he'll save it. That's the problem. My black Messi jersey coming in today. Nice. I already got it. And he ain't even playing. Damn. I don't even know if he should play. If like he's really off for injury concern. (3-0). I don't even think he should play. Miami are always terrible without Messi. Well, not really. I mean, of course, last year, yes. 2021, yes. 2020, they did make the playoffs. They got blown out by Nashville. And 2022, they made the playoffs. Funnily enough, you know what really pushed him on to doing it? The Aldi Messi, Alejandro Pozuelo. Once he came in, that's why they made the playoffs in 2022. Pozuelo was the reason why they made the playoffs. It's true. He hit the ground running when he got there, and he really helped them make the playoffs. He made Higuain look like he still had a freaking gas left in the tank. So, am I crazy to say Pozuelo's the Aldi Messi? No. Abdullah's coming on for Ospina. For Al-Nassr. So think about it like this, right? Big player-wise, Messi and Pozuelo were the only two people to carry Miami to any sort of relevancy or trophies. I'm just saying. And you think I'm crazy for calling him Aldi Messi? Pozuelo. Cross in. I'm just saying. Pozuelo made TFC look stupid when he left. But Bradley didn't want him, you see. It's all about what that dictator bald jackass wants. He made Bob Bradley look stupid. Hell, he didn't even want to leave the club. Like, Pozuelo legitimately didn't want to leave the club. But Bradley wanted him out. Dumbass. As in Bradley, dumbass. You know what I meant, though. Crazy how Toronto has Red Bulls in their group in Leagues Cup. Now, we had NYCFC last year. Not again. We had NYCFC, but yeah, we have a New York team again. And we also have Pachuca. We got Pachuca and New York Red Bulls. And you know what? I think we'll get out of the group. I think we're going to beat Pachuca. Pachuca isn't that good right now, I got to say. I don't think we'll be completely dross. I mean, we'll probably suck for most of the season, but we'll have some good results. I think Pachuca is going to be one of those. Just a hunch. Tigres plays Miami in Leagues Cup. Yep, they're in the same group. And if Miami plays like this, I don't like to see how that could go down. I can tell you that much. What do you think of Austin's group in the Leagues Cup? They're dead. Austin is dead. Austin is dead. That's what I think of their group. They're dead. They're dead. Dead to rights, buddy. They ain't winning nothing. They got a double Mexican group. Oh, my God. Again. Wait. Hold on. No, they may have just got 2 good teams. I was like, did they get the double Mexican group again? Tigres are stronger than Cruz Azul. You're right about that. See here? Oh, so they put them in 3 pots. Yeah, they just made these draws up completely then. So it's 3 pots instead of the seeded and unseeded. Pumas and Monterrey are going to play around in Austin's playground, so it was a double Mexican group. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. I agree with that. I like Toronto's chances, but I said that last year. So, said that last year. "35th minute, 3-0. They should have subbed Messi on. This embarrassing. But he didn't play because of an injury concern, don't you know? I've been making stuffed peppers the last 2 hours. I'm cutting up the smoked bacon now. That sounds nice. Damn. That sounds nice. America to play Monterrey this Saturday. Save. And they'll be out for a corner. Maybe. That's 3rd, 4th. Depending on how late it is, maybe if somebody throws in a super chat, maybe I'll do America Monterrey. Maybe. Just a hunch. That's what I'm saying. I ain't going to do it out of the goodness of my heart. I'm going to tell you that much. You want me to do America Monterrey on Saturday? I need to, since I didn't have it planned, I need to, make it worth my while. These Liga MX games have been high scoring. Yeah, they've been high scoring this year. People were saying Davy Flores is going to be Bradley's replacement. Good. Davy Flores is a good player. Like, I would have signed him. If I was the coach, I would have signed him. No joke. I've always thought Davy Flores was a good player. You must be newer here. I've always said when Davy Flores was playing for Olympia, I thought he could play in MLS. Which really means I think he could play in Toronto. But I've always thought Davy Flores was a good player, and he's honestly way better set up than Bradley was, and he's still younger. So you know what? I don't know why you're complaining. Hey, if Davy Flores sucks, I'll tell you I was wrong. It'll take a little bit, but I'll tell you I was wrong. But right now, don't. He'll be fine. Jordi Alba. Nice. Love it. Giorgio Reyna's going to Nottingham Forest, joining Matt Turner, even though they could replace him. Yep, I heard. I saw it yesterday. I was actually watching Golazo channel for once this year. Playing forward. Scored 3-0. Al-Nassr. It's more of an emotional attachment to Bradley for me. It hurts to see people compare him. Yeah, but he sucked for like 4 years now. But then again, I was never really a big fan of Bradley when he was good. Like, yeah, I mean, I was glad he was on our team. But honestly, the last 4 years have ruined his legacy anyway, to be completely honest. Free kick here in the 39th minute. Jordi Alba plays it forward. Busquets. Forward. Cross in. Shot. Or not. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Sure you're not watching the Al-Hilal game again? And here comes the fight. You think Miami's going to win at least one preseason game? Yes, because if they lose to Hong Kong, I'm really going to be scared for Miami. Like, if they can't beat Hong Kong, we really got some problems. Like, we're almost at slap the panic button right now, but I'm going to wait till the Hong Kong game. Miami got scored on 3 times in the first 13 minutes. Nothing else since. Oh, I mean, Messi isn't playing, but the way that Miami's losing is freaking embarrassing. It's not the fact that they're losing. They're not fighting. They're getting pumped. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Turns out, yeah, and I guess that doesn't work. But hey, at least they won Leagues Cup. And the ref, why's my boy Cristiano not playing? Guess they don't need him. Now, he's hurt. I don't know what injury, but he's hurt. So, they never said the injury. They just said he's hurt. That's why they canceled the China tour. Messi is scared of CR7. We could say Cristiano's scared of Messi. They're both not playing. Yellow card for Busquets. But, hey, you could see how Miami's starting to feel. Busquets got into a fight. Like, that just shows you how desperate Miami are. That just shows you how much of a clown show this is. If a man who's as stoic as Sergio Busquets gets into a fight, I'm sorry. A big old drag, pull apart fight, at least football-wise. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're in trouble. Like, no, if Sergio Busquets gets into a fight, yeah, I think this is a clown show. Yeah. Oh, they both got yellows. But seriously, if Sergio Busquets gets into a fight and causes a big old pull-apart brawl, soccer-wise, but still, yeah, Miami's in trouble. They really are in trouble. You could just tell. Look at the demeanors of these players. This is panic time. Panic. You think this gets fixed easily? This is falling apart at the seams. How we doing, sheeptards? How we doing? Feel like comeback back in Miami. Well, they're only playing Newells there. If this was aggregate, you really think that's going to happen with the way they're playing? Miami's in trouble. They are in trouble. I don't care what you say. They are in trouble. They're finished. Might as well let Travis Tritt sing the song of their season because they are in trouble. Trouble. Now, that was a deep cut that I don't think nobody got, but I don't care. The New York Red Bulls have done better in Miami against Al-Nassr. Honestly, at this point, you're right. Toronto would have done better at this point. At least we didn't have the expectations. I still don't think we'd be down 3-0 with Herdman, though. I don't know why I don't think so, but maybe it's because I trust Herdman. I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to the Wolves United match. For some reason, Rashford is starting and not being sold. Well, hey, at least Ten Hag learned his lesson from the Sancho situation. I'm just surprised that he didn't drop Rashford for a game. Yeah, Ten Hag's losing control of that locker room, too, speaking of. He knows he's screwed at some point. Playing forward. Red Bulls probably played the best defense of their life and give up a goal in the 90th minute. That's so Metro. That's so Metro. You just tipped that one up. Al-Nassr also missing some players. Yeah, they're missing Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane. Doesn't matter. Miami's playing like a joke. They're getting ran. They're getting their show ran. This is worse than Al Hilal. Who thought Gressel was a good transfer? Tata Martino. You know, he was good in Atlanta when they won MLS Cup. And he was just good with the Crew. I don't know what happened, to be honest. But I guess the Crew knew something we didn't. That's why they got rid of him. The Crew knew something we didn't. That's why they got rid of him. Saved by calendar. And Tata's like, oh, Gressel's free? Oh, well, damn. It was good for me when we won MLS Cup. Might as well throw him in there. Honestly, I'm more pissed at that than Suarez, to be honest. Like, I expected more out of Gressel. Honestly, I think they should bring back Mourinho to United, to be completely honest. He wants it. Might as well do it. He got screwed over the first time. Might as well. There's a free kick for Al-Nassr in the 46th minute. By the way, how much stoppage time? They didn't show that. I think it's because Miami are trash compared to Atlanta and Columbus. That might be the easy answer. Yeah, that's probably the easy answer. But you know what? I want to go deeper. I want to go deeper and say. Eight minutes of stoppage time. So that's one down. We're getting to 47, 45 to 46. 46 to 47. That's two down. We got 6 more to go. '48th minute. Cristiano Ronaldo fans are going to stay delusional because of the scoreline. Also because Miami has no defense. I agree with that. Someone the other day commented PNL, the growth hormone drug taking Pessy Goat King, and I started dying of laughter. Well, they're not wrong. He did take growth hormone. He would have been like 5. He would have been a midget if he didn't take it. Like, no joke, he would have been. 48th minute. At this point, Messi should stay on the bench and not get subbed in. That's what I've been saying for about 30 minutes now. I wouldn't put him in unless the Saudis threaten me and say, we're going to make you pay if you don't put him in. We paid to have this. Unless they threaten me, I'm not putting him in. I'm not messing with a threat, you know. Are they probably controlling these games? Yeah, probably. They're making sure it's more enjoyable to watch than not. They probably are. It doesn't take a friggin' genius to figure that out. I'm not saying they're rigged. I'm just saying they're definitely I wouldn't say scripted, but they're booked on the fly. Vince Russo was probably booking these things. Young defenders cause the problems. No, Kritzov didn't damn move. Come on now. Also thinking Jordi Alba would have solved the defense problem. You're crazy. Well, nobody ever said that. It's the fact they put a right back at center back, Noah Allen, his backup, and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He damn near didn't know what he was doing as a right back. As center back, he's even worse. Header. That's why you don't get rid of freaking Kamal Miller either, the freaking second, third best defender in the league. But what do I know? If I was a coach of Miami team, I'd go full Tuca Ferretti and say it was a shit performance, go back in the second half and play better. Yeah, I would, but I don't think Tata does that. He has no emotions. Well, 50th minute, cross in, header over the bar. Be going to the 53rd minute. Jesus Christ, this is hell. This is worse than the Al Hilal game. Like, that was enjoyable. This sucks. I wish I accidentally overslept the first hour. Damn. Suarez scores a banger. They sub in Messi to come back with a hat trick. I like what you're smoking. I would like what you're smoking. Me personally, I would tell the whole Inter Miami team, remember Michael Jordan? I'd be saying, me personally, I would never let that level of disrespect happen. I wouldn't take that level of disrespect. Yeah, fair enough, but that's only because Jordan's a damn lunatic. Competitive lunatic, but a lunatic nonetheless. All respect. He's taller than Batistuta and Maradona. He's taller than both of them? Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, so I'm taller than Maradona? What? Well, shit. Oh, that's a W. Stop and get some help. Michael Jordan's a good guy. He's to go to NBA. I never said he wasn't a good guy. I said he's a competitive lunatic. Like Tom Brady. Like, I love Tom Brady as a player. I'm a Tom Brady stan, of course. But Tom Brady is a competitive lunatic. The dude is a competitive lunatic. As evidenced by the time that he didn't retire the first time he retired. It took him 2 times, and even then I still think he might come back. Michael Jordan's the same way. He's such a competitive lunatic, you got to do a gambling addiction. Bet you didn't know about that. That's why I actually played baseball that one year. It wasn't just because he wanted to play baseball. It was a silent suspension for gambling addiction. So then he played baseball for a year. Bet you didn't know that. And Reinsdorf just happened to own the Chicago White Sox. Interesting, right? That's interesting. News for the community. I have a job interview next week with LSG Sky Chefs who offer an apprenticeship, $30 an hour, free meals and transportation. That's awesome. Think you already told me a bit about that. But again, that's awesome. I actually did. Okay. Here's a shot over the bar. But the good thing about Michael Jordan being a baseball player was he actually wasn't half bad. I actually thought he was pretty good. I actually thought he was a good baseball player. He won 3 championships in a row, retired for 2 seasons, came back and won 3 championships in a row again. And then he retired again and then played for the Washington Wizards. Yeah, he should have never came back the second time. Ugh. Michael Jordan on the Washington Wizards. I'm glad Brady on the Bucks didn't go that way. And it's halftime. 3-0 Miami. Or 3-0 Al-Nassr over Miami, I should say. Oh, Lord. 3-0, Al-Nassr, Miami. I don't know if they're coming back from this one. Apprenticeship lasts through May. Have the opportunity to join full-time. Benefits and pay get better from there. Nice. Hopefully that's it. No, I think it's going to get worse. I'm worried because I want to see Messi score bangers in Vancouver, not see some trash defenders hold him back. Well, he could do both. Like, both will happen. Like, he'll score bangers, but the defense will hold him back. I mean, it's pretty much where we were. Space Jam 96 better than 2021. LeBron James Space Jam. If you don't agree, your opinion's wrong. I agree. Space Jam 96 is better. I agree. Who doesn't agree? Imagine how the Fluminense Inter Miami game is going to go. Well, the good news is Fernando Diniz is still a fraud. That's the good news. Maybe Miami will be starting to walk into form then. We'll find out, though. This game's been a slogfest. The Miami haters are feasting right now. I can tell you that much. Miami's a circus show. Can't wait to see the new Argyle movie tomorrow. I mean, it looks good, actually. I'm not going to lie from the previews. Imagine Space Jam Messi Edition. That's what we're seeing right now, and it's not fun. This is Space Jam. This is Space Jam Messi Edition, and it's not fun. This is Space Jam Messi Edition. It's not fun. Color me shocked. You just don't have the Looney Tunes. But honestly, I don't know if these players are any better than the Looney Tunes would be. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Miami, Jesus Christ. 3-0 against Al-Nassr 3, Miami 0. Oh, Lord. Take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. Back for the stats at the half. He'd honestly be better than Noah Allen. Daffy Duck would be better than Noah Allen. So you know what? Go ahead. Noah Allen is the worst. Noah Allen is the worst. Did I just curse Toronto? We would trade for Noah Allen. Hey, as long as we trade Rosted, you know what? Screw it. I'll take it. Rosted is honestly worse. And that's if we trade Mabica, I'm gonna freaking flip shit. But if we traded Rosted for Noah Allen, I'd be like, it's shit for shit. I really don't care. Starting stats the half. 11 shots to 8, 6 shots on target to 2, 51% possession to 49% possession, 262 passes to 256, 91% pass accuracy to 87, 9 fouls to 8, 2 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 0 offside to 2, 2 corners to 5, 3-0 at the half. The stats are way too close. The stats are legitimately way too close. This is not close at all. The stats may be close. This game is not close. This game is a blowout. Miami's getting curb stomped. Al-Nassr is curb stomping Miami. Without any freaking care in the world. They're curb stomping them. Stats may seem like it's close. It's not. It's not. Miami's getting just stomped out. Defense is playing like crap. The offense can't do anything because, I mean, who's not playing, huh? Legitimately is Messi and friends. My lord, the U17 failed to impress me in Camp Cupcake. Greg's favorite camp is Verticality Camp, and now Miami with Messi's disappointed me. My God, I'm getting tortured. Hey, at least you're a City fan, though, so time is slipping into the future. Lol, yep, they are. Like, I can't believe the stats are so close. They're getting curb stomped. Maybe it's because Al-Nassr pulled back after scoring 3 goals. Maybe like, you know what? They're already dead. Might as well not go any harder. They're already dead. Stop. They're already dead. Probably. $2 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. We got Hong Kong team versus Inter Miami. And if they can't win that, oh my God, delete the team. You ain't going nowhere. My friend from LA is flying out Saturday. I get the day off so I can meet him as soon as he flies in. It's going to rain snow on Saturday. Yeah, he probably needs some help around the city. Yeah, that would make sense. On Wednesday, February 21st, we will be live for Miami versus Salt Lake at 7. Hopefully, Miami actually wins that one. On the Saturday of match day 1, I'll be live for St. Louis versus Real Salt Lake. Then the Sunday, Toronto, and I'll review St. Louis Salt Lake. There's a Champions League game after Miami Salt Lake, so we'll have to cover that and review that. But live RSR. St. Louis Salt Lake will be live for, and I'll review. And then the Sunday, we got Toronto versus Cincinnati versus Toronto live RSR. And then Miami plays LA Galaxy. We'll be live for that one later that night. Force habit. I'm going to be in Denver the entire time, plus maybe driving around the suburbs, different restaurants. Nice. Denny Bawanga showing him as the first clip for LAFC in 2024, and he may not even be there. Okay. Like, that makes any sense. Well, Vela may not be there either, and they showed him second. So maybe that's the plan. I don't know. Hugo Lloris to LAFC. I still think that's a mistake. FC Cincinnati. Still showing storylines at halftime. See if Miami can make this respectable. Let's see if they can make this respectable. This is old news, kind of, but how do you feel about USSF rejecting MLS teams' requests to send pro teams to the Open Cup? I mean, that's what they should have done. Like, MLS Next Pro players should be able to be pulled up. I mean, they've done it before. Pull them up to play Open Cup games early in the tournament, but, like, no, they shouldn't make the two teams be the MLS representative. Like, that's just gaming the system, and you know what? I mean, it's good. USSF got some balls and won against MLS. You would have thought maybe they'd submit to it. They didn't, so I got to respect that. But it looks like MLS teams will probably play Open Cup. I feel bad for Messi, Alba, and Beckham, not for Tata, Suarez, and Busquets. I don't know what Busquets did to get your ire, but okay. But yeah, I mean, I do feel bad for Messi. Jordi Alba, I really don't feel bad for him. I honestly feel bad for Busquets, not Alba. Like, Jordi Alba is like he's the youngest of the big four. Probably plays the best. Oh, I don't know. But to me, Jordi Alba is just like a composition piece, to be honest. Like, he wouldn't even have chose to go in there if Messi didn't go there. So, I mean, I could have seen Busquets going to Miami without Messi. Suarez and Alba, no. Tata, no, not really. Second half about to start. Waiting for the second half. Do you think Miami will flop this year? Honestly, at this point, yes. Like, if I did my predictions today instead of the Sunday before the MLS season starts, I'd have them where they were last year. I would have them where they were last year. I need to see the rest of the preseason. I'll let that be part of my thought process. Maybe they could salvage this a bit, but I definitely don't think I'd have them, even if they're good, in the rest of the preseason. Even if they beat Hong Kong 3 or 4-0, do well against Vissel Kobe, and beat Newell's at home, if they win the next 3 and they put in a little bit of a fight here, I'm not saying Miami is going to finish top 3 in the East. Like, even if they pull this back, I'm probably going to put them top 6 at best. And that's even questionable. So you know what? Or the Red Bulls be ranked higher than last year, 8th or 9th. Red Bulls could be top 6 in the East. They've made some really good low-key signings. Forsberg, he played really well in the preseason. They've made some low-key signings. I'm not going to lie. I think the Red Bulls might finish about top 6. I mean, top 6. They could very much do that. The East is weak, but you know what? Second half about to start. Red Bulls made some good moves. Yeah. And we're off in the second half. How much worse can it get? We'll find out. Miami starts with a really good play, though, but that's out for a throw. Earlier we were talking about a bit after Forsberg came, Red Bulls would still say finish 8th or 9th if you have this top 6. Well, one, the East is weak. Second of all, I think Red Bulls made some really good low-key signings. It's not really just Forsberg. I mean, I think, and they got a good manager in Sandro Schwartz. I mean, they should have kept Troy Lezane, but it seems like Sandro Schwartz is a better manager for this Red Bull team, the way it's constructed with Forsberg. And I will say I did watch a little bit of the preseason, like the clips. I mean, yeah, the clips are really just the best of, but they looked very well adjusted in those clips. So, of course, you got to see some to believe it, you know? I mean, just because on paper, I mean, I've predicted things because of on paper, and look what that's done for me. Miguel Herrera will play LAFC again, except with Tijuana. I hope there's another clown show like the time there was in Champions League. I don't think Sharundalo would probably allow. Shot, save. I don't think it'll happen with Sharundalo, though. I think Bradley kind of egged it on, but just 47th minute. Playing forward. I just realized this, but how different is this team from the one that won Leagues Cup? Well, they have Luis Suarez now. They got rid of Joseph Martinez. They got rid of Kamal Miller. Other than that, Gregory's back from injury. Other than that, pretty much the same. I have the Columbus Crew ranked really high on my list with them finishing first or second. I got them finishing first in the East. I got Columbus finishing first in the East. I do. '48th minute. Joseph Martinez is going to Montreal. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Thank you very much. But the good news is Messi was the one who made him look somewhat good. So, yeah, now I'm coping, ain't I? Like, he's only going to play for about 30 minutes, and then, you know, I don't know how much he'll do. Playing forward. Here comes Al-Nassr. Tackle. No foul. So, what I got Atlanta United in the standings. Atlanta United, I got them. I don't know where exactly to put them. If Almada stays all year, I think they'll be 4th in the East. If Almada leaves halfway through the season, 6th, 7th. But I don't know where I want to put them is the question. I don't know if Almada stays the whole season. I don't know if he stays half the season. It looks like he'll be there halfway at least. So 6th or 7th. But their results are going to dip after he leaves, or when he leaves. If he stays the whole season, yeah, they'll finish 4th or 5th. You know, yeah, no, that one's a pen. Penalty for Al-Nassr. 50th minute. Yep, that's a straight up penalty. Drake Calendar gives away a penalty. Like, he didn't even get the ball. Like, he legit didn't even get the ball. Boom. Just takes him out. Takes out Moran. Yep, that's a pen. That's a pen. Penalty. That's straight up a penalty. He couldn't even get the ball. Good little play by Moran to make sure it goes a little bit wide. Talisca going for his second goal. Anderson Talisca trying to score the pen. Great preseason, guys. It's been horrible. Anderson Talisca for the penalty in the 50th minute. Miami's been taking L's left and right. Yep. Talisca, long run up. Here comes Talisca. Talisca, shot, goal, 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 Al-Nassr. Goal, Talisca. Drake Calendar couldn't even get there. He puts it a bit high. 4-0. '51st minute, 4-0. Thoughts on the new Leagues Cup groups? I told you these already, but Austin's dead because they're playing a double Mexican group. I think Toronto could get out of their group. Miami Tigres is looking less appealing by the day. I can tell you that much. Most groups are interesting, though. Seattle's probably going to run away with theirs. Most of the groups are interesting. I like how it's just East and West now. Nerdy Soccer Guys thinks for this game, Inter will finish 1st and NYCFC will finish 2nd or 7th. I like his prediction for NYCFC as much as I hate him. Yeah, I'd say 7th's about right. With the signings they're making, I'd say 7th's about right. Cushing is still going to hold them down, which is why 7th, but Miami's not finishing 1st, no. Unless they're just taking this as a freaking training exercise and they wake up. No, they're not finishing 1st. My prediction for a month ago, Miami, Columbus, Cincy, Red Bull, Union, Orlando, NYCFC, Nashville, Atlanta. Yeah, that sounds about right completely. Except Miami. I mean, that sounds about right. Like, yeah, I'd see that's possible. I'd say that's possible. After Nashville beating the shit out of Mazatlan, Honey Mukhtar scores a hat trick. I could see it. What do you think of Chicharito and Cade Cal joining Chivas? I mean, it's 2 good moves for him. I mean, Cade Cal looks like he's in the right spot. He's playing on a good team. Chicharito's going home. He'll be ready about week 10 of the Clausura. But he's really probably going to be getting going during Leagues Cup and all that. But I'm happy to see Chicharito come home to Chivas. And Cade Cal, I think he's actually perfect for Chivas, even though he's not. He has Mexican blood. He has Mexican residency, but he's still more American, but still. Miami didn't need to play El Salvador or Dallas. No, I understand why they did it. They wanted to get their players in 90 minutes, their best players in 90 minutes before El Salvador, or not El Salvador, Saudi Arabia. So I understand why they did it. I don't think that really changed anything, except maybe that's part of the reason why Messi's injured. Yeah, I'd say that's part of it. They should be at a back four. They shouldn't be doing a back five. Noah Allen should have nothing to do with this center back group, whether it's a back four or back five. Yes, I think they're very reliant on the big four. And really, the other three of the big four haven't been performing. It's really just messy. I mean, Suarez only scored a goal. Luckily, they gave it to him. I haven't seen much out of Jordi Alba. He's probably the second best of them. Busquets he's acting like a traffic cone right now. Three of the big four ain't really performing right now. They're not on their best form. Messi, I wouldn't say he is either, but at least he's giving it the old college try. But yeah, too reliant on the big four. They should have a four back instead of a five back. Losing Kromashki doesn't help. Losing Facundo Farias doesn't help. There's a good bit of problems here. Injured players, and they're on jet lag. My dad from a month ago predictions: Miami first, Red Bull second, third Columbus, fourth Cincinnati, fifth Orlando, sixth Nashville, 7 Union, 8th DC, 9th Montreal. Yeah, that seems pretty realistic too, except Miami and Red Bull. Red Bull's still making playoffs, but that seems pretty realistic. Cal name is pretty American, but his mom is Mexican, so he gets passed. I know that. I'm saying he has the residency. That's why he's playing for Chivas. I know that. He's just not. He still plays for the U.S. MNT, and he's not fully Mexican, but he has Mexican heritage and has the residency. So since Chivas lightened their rules a couple of years ago, he's there. But he's still Mexican in their eyes. Shot. At least with the relaxed rules. K-Cal is the gringo everyone goes wild for. I saw the game against Toluca. They have high expectations for him. He's a good player. I love how Chivas and San Jose are in the same group. Yeah, I think that's kind of what makes me think this Leagues Cup draw is just whatever the hell they want. Like, they look at each pot, and they're like, okay, so what makes the most sense? You know? Like, I do believe they go by the pots because there was 3 pots of draw numbers or draw teams. But I think they don't really draw them. They just look at the pots and they're like, okay, so this group makes sense. This group has a storyline. This group has a storyline. This group will sell anyway. You know, it's kind of like that, you know. I don't think this draw is really a draw. I think it's sort of like whatever MLS considers a storyline based, you know, what could draw the most ratings. It's kind of like a wrestling show. It's like, yeah, the groups have real matches. They do. I'm not saying those are booked. What I am saying is the draws is not really a blind draw. They're like, okay, so we have these teams in pot 1. We have these teams in pot 2. We have these teams in pot 3. You see, they didn't do a draw. You know what they did? They put balls in bags. They put balls in Crown Royal bags that were painted white with a Leagues Cup logo on them, with the logo of the teams, and sent them to different people to show the groups. It wasn't really a draw. It was here's the groups. It's a group announcement. It wasn't a draw. Like, if they wanted to combat these allegations of these draws being semi-rigged, or, well, pretty much, they would do the draw live, but they don't. So they still did it. But you know what they did do a draw live for? The MLS is Back tournament on freaking Zoom. So they know how to do draws for tournaments like these. So just a hunch. I know. But I still think Toronto will get out of the group at second. I think Pachuca, they're trash right now. I know they had a high-scoring game against Rot Loss, but Rot Loss is Rot Loss. Toronto will get out of the group with Red Bulls. They'll be good enough in July and August to do that. Just a hunch. Fair. True. Red Bulls group feels too easy. For the Red Bulls, yeah. Toronto will still get out of it, though. But I said that last year with Rot Loss and NYC FC, so who knows? 48th minute or 58th minute, so who knows? Rot Loss. Speaking of, Rot Loss just played Pachuca, and they played a 4-3 score or whatever. So, whatever. But yeah, Toronto plays Red Bulls and Pachuca in their group. And honestly, I think Toronto gets out of the group. I think we will be better going into this year's Leagues Cup than we were last year's. I don't know how much better, but we'll be better. Slightly. We're not going to be at rock bottom. I didn't say we'd climb that high, but we won't be at rock bottom. Over the top, here comes Miami. Cross in. I can't believe this. Me either, honestly. I can't believe this either. Al-Hassan and Fatil coming on for Al-Nassr. TFC have 3 home games in March. Fans hate it. Hey, at least, I mean, they barely had any home games like this summer or last summer, so I guess they're paying them back. Oh, by the way, Toronto's the team that don't play on decision day this year. Their season ends 2 weeks earlier. Toronto's season ends 2 weeks before everybody else's. You know how DC didn't play on decision day? We're that team. We'll know our fate before decision. Well, I won't say we'll know our fate before decision day. We could know our fate before decision day, where it's good or bad. But we know where we'll finish. We know where our upward mobility is. Not games in March, too. Yeah. My full prediction from a month ago, the end 10th Montreal, 11th Charlotte, 12th Chicago, 13th DC, Toronto, 14th Revolution, 15th. Yeah, I can see the Revolution going that deep. Yeah, they'll fall off definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. Toronto, I'd say they're higher than DC. I'd say they're higher than Chicago. Charlotte, they probably won't be. Montreal, they probably won't be, but they'll still be above 4 teams or 3 teams. Better than last year. Playing forward. Here comes Miami. Ruiz. Suarez over the bar. Oh, Lord. Suarez. Coach. Corner by Gressel. Corner for Gressel. Cross in. Header. Nerdy Soccer Guy says Rapid sneak into the playoffs as a 9 seed. You know what? I could see it. Yeah, I could see it. I don't know if I'd put him there myself, but yeah, I could see it. I've looked at the East freaking meticulously, but that's because Toronto's in the East. The West, I know Portland will do good. I know St. Louis. I don't know if St. Louis will finish top of the West, but they'll be in that mix. Seattle, LAFC, top 4 or 5, I think. Houston will be in that run. I think Houston will make the playoffs again. Kansas City, they'll probably make the playoffs. Dallas, I have a feeling Dallas will be in there. And Colorado or LA sneak in. Yeah, Galaxy. LAFC will probably finish first. Yeah, probably. But I think LA Galaxy or Colorado will sneak in. Those are one of the 2 teams that'll sneak in. But I could see it. I don't really. I mean, LA got Gabriel. Galaxy got Gabriel Peck and Yamane. So I don't know. We'll see. But the Rapids got Jordy Mihailovic and Zach Steffens. So maybe they are better than Dallas. But then Dallas just got Peter Musa. So you know what? The West is going to be a bit hard to make predictions for. I'm not going to lie. But I got Portland in there. 64th minute. Playing forward, LAFC will probably finish first. Maybe with the less matches, I could see it. Bad play, 65th minute. Al-Nassr playing forward. So, 65th minute. We got that DP striker. Our ceiling's definitely higher for top 4 spot in the West. I would agree with that. So, 65th minute. They sold over 100,000 Pedisic shirts and split Croatia already. Yeah. For me, last in the West is Minnesota United or Austin FC. Yeah, Minnesota United's going to fall apart. I mean, they already have. But just because they have Teemu Pukki and Longwan and Reynoso's AWOL again. I think he's still AWOL. They still have. But here's the thing that gets me, okay? I like Pukki. I like Teemu Pukki. I like Longwan. I think if Reynoso plays, they're good, but their manager, they have no manager. They have an interim of an interim. It's going to be inmates running the asylum, and you know what? I think that's going to hurt their season. I really do. And I don't know if they'll get a manager quick enough to save it. So Minnesota's going to have to – the players are going to have to carry, and I just don't think they will, especially if Reynoso isn't there, which he's AWOL again. So if he's AWOL as long as he was last year, they ain't going nowhere. 66th minute. 13 out of 15 teams are very good, have a decent chance of making the playoffs. Yeah, the Earthquakes have a chance too. Minnesota, their chances. Minnesota and Austin, their chances are the lowest. Dallas has a chance. Western Conference is kind of stacked. Yeah, I'd say the East is weak, the West is stacked. But isn't that normally how it goes? The West is more stacked than the East. Shot! Good save by Calendar. That'll be out for a corner. 67th minute. But seriously, isn't it always that way? Isn't it always the East is weak, the West is stacked? Like, the West is always harder anyway. Like, you have a good idea before the season how the East is going to go. I mean, yeah, there could still be shocks, Toronto, but you probably know how the East is going to go when the season starts. The West, on the other hand, cross in. Header, goal, 5-0, what a header. And nobody was covering him. That is Mohamed Maran scores the header. And it is 68th minute, 5-0, Al-Nassr. Nobody was covering him. I don't know what the hell. Atlanta United is really beating Miami. Yeah, whenever that happens, yeah. For me, guaranteed playoff spots are St. Louis and LAFC and Sporting Kansas City. Only 3 teams for me. You think Kansas City's going to come up that high? Header by Laporte falls to Maran. Nobody's covering him, and he just lifts it over Calendar, which Calendar's way off his line anyway. Once again, another Calendar mistake. They want the game to end. Yeah, I do too. 2 subs here. Robert Taylor and DeAndre Yedlin. Maran. It is 5-0. Okay. Mohamed Maran. Wolff calendar never touches the USMNT goalkeeping bench, but Greg's going to call him. Robert Taylor's on. Bedoy's resigning with the Philadelphia Union. Yep. Didn't they say that like early January that was happening? I could have sworn. Yedlin for Alba. Robert Taylor's on as well. And it's 69th minute, and Drake Calendar almost screws that up. I don't know what happened to Drake Calendar, but he looks horrible right now. He looks legitimately horrible. 70th minute. Suarez was off for Robert Taylor, 5-0. Oh, my word. I know. I'm shocked, too. This is painful. They haven't won a single game since they beat Toronto. I know. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, what? They didn't draw Orlando. Wait. Like ever since they played Orlando. I don't know what Miami's last draw was, but I knew they drew Orlando. Imagine you say something rude about Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, and you're in an edit saying that for the wrong reasons. All Messi fanboys and Cristiano fans start targeting you. I would never do that. See, it's a good thing. Well, not on this channel, at least. See, I've paid my penance to the Messi fans. Like, I mean, yeah, for a while I didn't like Messi, and I even said Pozuelo's better than Messi, but I've realized I was wrong about that. But I've paid. As you can tell, since Messi's came over in the World Cup, I've paid my penance. Cristiano, I've never said anything rude about, but I haven't ended up in an edit for saying something bad about either of them. So hopefully. It'd be stupid to go back to like 2020 and say whenever there was some like Pozuelo was better than Messi. And boom. Shot, goal, 6-0. 6-0, but Talisca's offside. Lord. He's offside, Talisca. Why not just let him have it? Let him have it. Now he was off when the ball was played. He was slightly off. Yep. Cristiano Ronaldo's probably having a blast right now, sitting down having a fruit smoothie, no socks on. 73rd minute. $5-0 at least. Were you ever smart than your teacher as a kid? Anything but math, probably. Like, I bet there's a good couple of teachers I was smarter than. But I liked all my teachers. I liked most of my teachers, so throughout my school years. So you know what? I'm not going to go there. 2 more goals and Tata's out. They're going to check it. They're checking the goal, but he was offside slightly, so I don't know why. Woo, 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 woo. Which part of Illinois? The districts I went to were some of the best outside of Chicago. They say. Personally, I just think I was smart. Yeah, I know nothing about Elgin. I know nothing about that, so it wouldn't shock me, though. They were iffy there. I just think I was smart anyway. VAR check. And they're going to say goal for Al-Nassr. It is 6-0. Talisca puts it away, and they're going to give it 6-0. Jesus. A hat trick for Talisca. In the 75th minute, 6-0. Now it's 1. Now it's 1 for Al-Nassr to get Tata out. I defended Tata because Mexico made him the fall guy, but he's made questionable decisions I can't defend anymore. Well, hey, at least Gio Savarese has a open. He doesn't have a job. That's a good thing. Hey, Gio Savarese doesn't have a job, buddy. So if Toronto can't get him or Canada can't get him, and you know. I went to Toronto, Croatia versus Dinamo Zagreb, 1970 at Stanley Park, Toronto. The Yugoslav government officials were spying on Croatian separatists at the time. Damn, I need to learn more about that game. That sounds like an interesting thing to learn about. Or just to know that as it is. 77th minute, 6-0. '77th minute. Tata means father in Croatian. Always call my father Tata. SKC are signing Memo Rodriguez. Huh, interesting. Header save by Calendar. Let's go. Al-Nassr get Tata out. You're like me when freaking DC United curb stomped TFC 7-1. Like at some point I was just like, hey, screw it. I want Armas out. Keep on going, baby. Keep on going. So, hey, you know what? Now you know how I feel that day. '78th minute. Miami's playing like how Mexico played against Chile in the 2016 Copa America. Exactly. Hey, Ron, I remember last year you told me that Miami would beat Al-Nassr if they ever faced each other. What happened now? That's before I found out Miami's defense was shit. And I think that was before they traded Kamal Miller. So that's my defense. Oh, by the way, I didn't know Messi would be injured today and he wouldn't play at all. That also very much helps Al-Nassr. But even then, I mean, Miami's defense is still shit. So that's before I found that out. And I think when I said that, that was before they traded Kamal Miller. So, yeah, I think, as I said, that's honestly what I said. Because I did tell my dad the score at halftime, and he's like, what the hell? I thought you said it'd be easy for Miami. I'm like, I told you that before I found out Miami's defense was trash. So don't hold that one against me. Now, I told him that after they traded Kamal Miller, so that there's not that, but still. By the way, I saw a replay of Toronto in the CONCACAF Champions League final. What happened to them? They were really good. Talking about Toronto themselves, Bill Manning's an idiot. If you talk about the Champions League final itself, they were injured to hell and back, and they were just valiant to get the penalties, and then Bradley sent one into the freaking stratosphere. Either way, that pain hurts. TFC were smart. They get Segura on loan in the summer. Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a long documentary on YouTube about Toronto Metro's Croatia. Robert Iruski, Eusebio, and other stars are on it. And Al-Nassr is making a giant sub for the last 10 minutes. Trash. I bet you do. That's my problem with the Colorado Rapids is Chris Armas is there. I think they're going to be trash. Still could sneak into the playoffs if the Galaxy don't. I remember when the Red Bulls almost beat the best MLS team in history in 2017. Yeah, you almost did, but we won on away goals. Oh, by the way, Sasha Kljestan shouldn't have beat up Josie in the freaking tunnel. Tata Martino did it again. He did. No. I didn't binge watch as much as I wanted to in the offseason. I thought Insigne wanted to leave Toronto. Does he really want to leave, or is he just saying that? Toronto was the ones who didn't want to send him to Nottingham Forest. I'm sure he wants to leave, but Toronto could easily send him to Nottingham Forest. Oh, by the way, you know what they also could have done? Send Insigne to Nottingham and have a swap deal for Richie Larea, because guess what? Nottingham doesn't want Richie anymore. It's that easy, damn it. It's that easy. But no. How would you feel if Bacala replaced Manning as the director of TFC and Bacala Jr. got hired by Bacala to be TFC's new coach? I'm legitimately done. Like, if that happened, I am legitimately done. Like, I couldn't even stand it. 6-0. 2018 should have been the Red Bulls' year. If Jesse Marsh stayed, we would have won an MLS Cup. I agree with that. TFC management is like Joe Biden. Pretty much, yeah. They're asleep at the wheel Yeah. Messi hat trick. Oh, wait, I mean Talisca hat trick. Yeah, I had a hat trick this game. I just didn't have Talisca. Luckily, I didn't bet on this one. If anybody bet on this game, one, you're a sicko. Second of all, wow. Didn't end well for you. And one, if you bet on this game, you're a sicko. Two, it didn't end well for you. 82nd minute. I would tell you more about Prize Picks, but they don't sponsor me. Or, no, how ironic would it be if I just started shilling a gambling company after saying you're a degenerate if you bet on this game? You're a sicko if you bet on this game. To be honest, I'm kind of excited to watch the replacement refs in MLS this season just to see how much worse they are in pro refs. Oh, Messi's coming on for 7 minutes. Wow. 6-0. Messi's coming on. Wow. Oh, my God. Really? They better respond properly. They better kill that Hong Kong team. They better 6-0 them. If they don't, I'm smashing the panic button. He sucks, turns out. If I was Tata, now you're just saying, you know what? I bet they want to see you. I'll put you on for 6 minutes. disrespectful. Miami gets one back. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. '84th minute. 8 minutes, 8 goals. Let's go. It's not happening. Did Messi ask for this? I don't know if he asked for it, but I bet the Saudis threatened Tata. I bet they were like, you better put Messi on or you're going to pay. See, I told you they probably threatened him. Like, when are you going to put him on? When are you going to put him on? Probably threatened him. They probably made the call. Like, told you have to put him on. Messi scored 2 now. If Messi scores 2 now, that changes everything. No, that just shows that Messi is Messi and the rest of this team's a joke. 84th minute. I'd give Messi man of the match just for scoring 2, though. Screw it. 85th minute. Tata Martino is still horrible like his Mexico era. Turns out that Atlanta team was really good, and it may not have been him. Turns out Joseph Martinez was a game breaker back in the day, and Miguel Almiron was always Premier League quality. Turns out, it was never Tata Martino. Joseph Martinez and Miguel Almiron were the best duo in MLS history. 1. Joseph Martinez was a game breaker at the time, and Miguel Almiron was always Premier League quality. Yeah, it was never Tata, wasn't it, when it came to that Atlanta season, wasn't it? Or those 2 seasons, wasn't it? Hell, Atlanta didn't really fall off in 2019 either. Shot blocked away because Joseph was still a starter. Was he still there? Herc said without Messi or with Messi, this is ass kicking. You know what? I agree with that. On the 3rd of February, 5 in the morning, Japan versus Iran. Yes. I'll be live for Asian Cup on the 3rd, Japan versus Iran, the quarterfinal, 5:30 in the morning. Then on the 4th, we got Miami versus Hong Kong team, like 2 in the morning. Yeah, me too. Well, yeah, but that's when he was injured to hell and back and, whatever. There's a difference. Yeah, that's the 4th. So, yeah, there you go. 87th minute. So, the 3rd. Have a day off tomorrow. Iran and Britain. Nah, I chose to cover it. The way I looked at the rest of the preseason and the way it's set up, I'm able to cover every game. So I'm covering every game. It's just because I didn't think the CCL or the Newell's Old Boys game was before CCL games, but it was. And also I replaced the CCL game with Miami versus RSL. So you know what? Might as well do them all. I need that extra juice. You know what I'm saying? No pulp, extra juice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 87th minute. The Atlanta United did not deserve to beat Red Bull. Red Bull didn't lose that game. Atlanta United, New York Red Bulls lost to New York Red Bulls, in my opinion. I would agree with that. Yeah, Armas blew it. No. I started watching MLS when TFC came into the league. Like, the first football I watched when I was a kid was the 2006 World Cup, and I was rooting for Italy, but I didn't start watching MLS until 2007. So, no. I wasn't a Galaxy fan. I wasn't a DC fan before. I got into football during the 2006 World Cup. I was a Blue Jays fan at the time. Then I was a Toronto sports fan at the time because I picked the Jays. I'm like, might as well pick everything else. And then I was like, they're going to have a team, but okay, I'll wait a year. But I watched the World Cup and I rooted for Italy. It's like I always knew. But I chose Italy, and there you go. I wasn't watching Liga MX either at the time, or Champions League, or CCL, I should say. I wasn't even watching European football at the time. It was really hard to do. So yeah, the first football I ever watched was the World Cup, and then spring of 2007. There you go. 89th minute. It's been easier to watch Toronto. It's gotten easier to watch Toronto games as the years have gone on, but, you know, I still at least follow the results. What is the score? 6-0 Al-Nassr. Then I got into Liga MX after I got into MLS and CCL and all that. Like, CCL was a thing. That's when I started getting into Liga MX. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know. Then I really actually didn't get into European football till like 2015. Like, I watched MLS and CCL by itself. Okay, scratch that. I did watch Swansea City with Pozuelo back in 2013, but I didn't truly get into European football. Like, after that little run, I didn't really get into European football, league-wise, till 2015. Like, yeah, I watched odd games here and there. It's kind of like wrestling. Like, I used to watch wrestling, like, every so often, like, before 2013. Like, sometimes I watched Raw, like, every so often, and SmackDown, but I never watched it regularly. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Then in 2013, I just started watching everything weekly and everything. Then I really got into it. That's kind of like how I treated European football. Like, I did watch European games every so often. Like, I knew who Chelsea was. I knew who Man United was. I knew who Juventus was. I knew who Napoli was. All that. But I didn't really start watching European football, like, really watching it until about 2015. Yes, there was that Pozuelo and Laudrup Swansea City team in 2013. But that was like the first really big European thing I watched for more than like every so often, you know. Like, that's kind of like in 2007 when I think it was 2007 or 2008. Like, I watched Raw for like a month, watched Raw and SmackDown for like a month straight. Like how I got into it in 2013. But that's kind of like that Swansea era. And then a couple of years, you know, later. 92nd minute. My point being is that I started watching more European football when Chicharito signed with Man United. That makes sense, yeah. 92nd minute. I remember the first ever Vancouver Whitecaps game in 1974 was shown nationally on CBC. I went to the first CSL game in 1987 between North York Rockets and Toronto Blizzard. New York Red Bulls, most years they play in the playoffs, they lose themselves and fall under pressure. But it's 6-0 Al-Nassr, and it'll stay that way. 4 more minutes. But, again, so you could say I became a fan of Pozuelo back in 2013. It was like that. When we were about to get him, it was like, when Toronto was about to get him, I'm like, that name sounds familiar. That name sounds familiar. And then, there you go. There you go. '93rd minute. This is embarrassing for Inter Miami. Yeah, I agree. 3 more minutes to go. This game makes Drake Counter look bad in every way. Now, that was the last game. This one, nah, he's made a couple of mistakes, but the last game was worse. But he's definitely fallen off. That's the point. He's definitely fallen off. 94th minute. Do you think the Canadian MLS team should join CPL? If they do so, I think they'll help the league a little bit. No, the MLS team should not drop the CPL. Now, do I think it's possible it ends up happening at some point? Yeah. Whether it's MLS forces them out or the CPL gets big enough that it makes the move makes more sense. Do I think it's going to be like 2030? Not 2030, like 2035, 2040, 2045? Like, I don't think it happens. Like, if it happened by 2050, I wouldn't be completely shocked, but it wouldn't happen in the next 3 or 4 years. No, but I have a review of this game. Do you think the Canadian MLS teams... No, we said that already. After this, top eyes to go. I agree with that. My favorite FA Cup final was 1981 when Tottenham beat Man City in the replay. Ricky Villa scored 2 goals. The atmosphere was amazing. Miami may be dead, but they're still getting fucked. Watch the highlights of the 1981 FA Cup replay on YouTube. Still gives me goosebumps. Jeffrey Dahmer is making his way to the pitch. Jeffrey Dahmer is making his way to the pitch. Jeffrey Dahmer is taking his seat. Dahmer is taking his seat. 95th minute. '95th minute. '96th minute. 6-0. Jesus Christ. 3 goals each half. Man, if I'm a Miami fan, I don't honestly at this point, my hand is like just above the panic button. And it's full time. 6-0 Al-Nassr. They didn't need Cristiano. No Cristiano. It's still a party. 6-0. My hand's just hovering above the panic button. Like, even if they were to beat Hong Kong with another 6-0, like they beat them 6-0, I'm still worried. Damn, Tata Martino out. I agree with that. Yeah, sounds about right to me. Turns out maybe that Leagues Cup was just a halcyon days. Like Messi freaking rode the wave, and ever since then it's just been not really. Not really. Wonder where that Visa El Kobe game is. With that being said, they said it was going to be on freaking season pass, though. Well. Yeah, they don't have that set up. I can tell you that much. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us to play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the hour for the review of this match. Miami down 6-0. Downed 6-0. Crazy. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you later.